Trudeau also told the group revoking a terrorist's citizenship is not the answer.
The Liberal Party believes that terrorists should get to keep their Canadian citizenship. Because I do.
There you have it, folks. Our wacko of a prime minister thinks that individuals who want to commit acts of terror in our country deserve to keep their Canadian citizenship. Now, I was hoping not to have to do another video so soon on this subject, but this old audio from 2015 is now resurfacing due to recent events that potentially could have happened in Toronto. And this just goes to show how out of touch Trudeau has been for a very long time. Now, this was where the famous line of his, "A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian," came about, and it became very popular back then when he was actually in a debate with Stephen Harper on Bill C-24 that the Conservatives were trying to put forward. And here's a little clip of that debate.
Are you seriously saying, Mr. Trudeau, will you never be able to revoke citizenship from somebody?
No.
Is that your position?
No.
Because we revoked the citizenship already of war criminals. And why would we not revoke the citizenship of people convicted of terrorist offenses against this country? This was a bill put forward by a member of Parliament who is himself an immigrant, Devinder Shori. This is not the standards we expect. Immigrants, Canadians, all of us who are here expect that we would have a minimum bar, that people would not, people who come here would not be guilty of trying to plan terrorist attacks against this country.
A Canadian is a Canadian, and you devalue the citizenship of every Canadian in this place and in this country when you break down and make it conditional for anyone. We have the rule of law in this country, and you can't take away citizenship if you don't like what someone does.
The individual question,
do that.
The individual question, Mr. Trudeau, is convicted of planning the most heinous terrorist war ever against this country. A few blocks from here, he would have detonated bombs that would have been on a scale of 9/11. This country has every right to revoke the citizenship.
We are not a country dominated by fear. We are a country of laws and rights.
Now, as I mentioned, this was a debate from 2015, and even though that was only a short clip from the debate, it shows you the backwards mentality that the Liberals and Justin Trudeau in particular have had on this subject, but more so, it shows you the poor border security that we've been dealing with since the Liberals and since 2015. Because with the most recent terror attack that was stopped, a lot of people are asking how Mr. El-Didi even got into Canada in 2015, was able to get his Canadian citizenship, and then stay here the whole time without proper vetting. But in that debate, they're talking about another group that was plotting acts of terror in Canada in regards to bombing the CN Tower, CBC headquarters, CSIS agency, and Parliament itself. And that's what Bill C-24 was supposed to be addressing, is those individuals. But as you heard from Trudeau, he was saying, why should we do that? They're just going to go to jail. That's where they should be. But a lot of these guys got very short sentences, like maybe 2 years. And even after that, some of the ones that got out who weren't supposed to leave the country ended up doing that.
Canada's ability to keep track of terrorists is being called into question again. Ali Deary, convicted of his role in the Toronto 18 terror plot, managed to leave this country untracked and was reportedly killed in Syria. So why didn't alarm bells go off? Our senior investigative reporter Jennifer Tryon reports.
Despite being on Canada's no-fly list, convicted terrorist Ali Deary made it through airport security, reportedly with a fake passport, got on a plane for Syria, and fought to his death.
Not only it is embarrassing, it is definitely a security risk.
Deary was part of the Toronto 18, a group of Islamic extremists that plotted to blow up the CN Tower and Parliament Hill. Deary served 2 years, and on October 1st, 2011, walked out of prison a free man. No parole, no monitoring, despite being convicted of weapons charges, participating and aiding in terrorist activities. Deary was also known for his extreme views, even tried recruiting in prison. Still, when he got out, no one was watching him.
parole board no longer has any jurisdiction or authority over any offender who has served their sentence.
We're starting to give ourselves a reputation to become exporter of terrorism.
This former CSIS agent says Canada is one of the few countries that doesn't keep track of who exits.
We got no control at the border. We've got a perfect recipe to export and to see more young men and women leaving this country to cause death abroad.
Now, the crazy part is a lot of these clips are from 2015. That's almost 10 years ago. Yet, when we go back to the recording of Trudeau, he talks about having the condition of good behavior as devaluing Canadian citizenship. Yet, in my opinion, it's the opposite, having this exclusivity because we want the best individuals to have Canadian citizenship actually increases the value of that. And individuals who don't want to respect that should have their citizenship stripped away. Now, in the debate, Trudeau tried to spin it and say that Harper was fear-mongering, saying individuals with dual citizenship now have to be concerned that their Canadian citizenship is going to be stripped away. That's not what this bill is about. This bill is about individuals who want to commit acts of terror or treason on Canada. Just like if I had another citizenship and I decided to do acts of terror in that country, I would expect them to strip me of that citizenship over there. My parents who have dual citizenship, my family who has it, they're not concerned about losing it because they got a parking ticket or a speeding ticket. But if they plan to bomb a place, then yeah, I would expect them to lose theirs as well. But Trudeau, in Trudeau fashion, he's the one doing the fear-mongering and then pointing the finger to somebody else.
As soon as you make citizenship for some Canadians conditional on good behavior, you devalue citizenship for everyone.
But the condition, according to the bill, is not about good behavior, but whether the dual citizen has been convicted of terrorism here or abroad, convicted of treason, spying, or armed conflict against Canada. Trudeau also told the group revoking a terrorist's citizenship is not the answer.
They end up locked up in jail for the rest of their lives.
But one member of the Toronto 18 convicted of being involved in the plot to bomb the city has already been paroled. Another is eligible for release next year. His citizenship has been revoked. Others are facing the same fate. Canada is not the only country to revoke citizenship. The United Kingdom, Australia, and France have all passed similar legislation.
And keep in mind, as I mentioned, this is from 2015. Some of these other countries already were on that same page. But here in Canada, our fearless leader believes that a Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian. Who cares if they want to commit acts of terror on other Canadians, right? Send them to jail for a little bit, maybe a little bit of bail, maybe a little bit of catch and release. They spend a week or two in jail, get out again, can commit more acts of terror. Why not, right? They're Canadian after all. That's all that matters. And to be honest, I shouldn't be surprised by this because we just have a bunch of clowns running the government and this guy is the ringleader of the circus. But it's shocking every day that people vote for this. And I don't know. I can understand why their numbers are going down in the polls. More people are waking up, but there are a lot of people who still defend this guy tooth and nail. And it's just kind of sickening to see. But as always, this is just my opinion. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks so much.